Okay, you ready?
Yeah, what's happening?
5, 4, 3.
Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay&Noel.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We took
Balakubak?
a day off yesterday.
Is that a new cue?
What?
Let's try it again. Say welcome back.
Welcome back.
Balakubak.
Yeah.
It
Half
could
the
be a
world
new
doesn't understand that.
it could be a new thing.
Right.
But
right.
Balakubak is dandruff.
It's such a dirty word, though. It sounds like no, I mean not dirty in a sexual term. Dirty like it sounds like poop.
Yeah. Yeah, there are words like that.
Right.
They're not, but they're in the dumpster somewhere.
Right.
It didn't fall on the floor, but throw it away, kind of thing. Right? It's like a dad joke, right?
Right. I don't know what's going on with the live on YouTube. It's not working. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, so today's show, we are gonna talk about a little update on my health. Wanted to talk about
Old people.
old age problems, ladies and gentlemen.
Senior citizens giving updates on their blood pressure.
Wanted to talk about the couple of volcanoes that are acting up in the Philippines. Also, I wanted to
just found out literally 5 minutes ago.
Oh man, it's crap. I've known since yesterday morning. Also a little update on one big thing that I wanted to talk about. How the hell did homecoming dances become so fucking expensive? I'm sorry. I can remember back in the day when all it cost was $5. That's it. Don't have to worry about anything. Whatever. So, which one do you want to start first? Well, quick thing. How's it going? How you been?
Fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, thank you for thank you for giving me the day off yesterday, man. So let's start with that.
Right.
I'm falling apart.
Actually, it was one of those days where I literally just woke up like a minute before, well, maybe 5 minutes before. And then when you said tomorrow, I was like, yes, I need a day off too. But yeah, no, my sleep's been screwed up lately. So I've really been having a hard time falling asleep. And then next thing you know, it's 7 o'clock already kind of thing. And
why does
Jason
my hat look so crooked?
Telling you to like be on in 5 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready. And then and then the thing was I checked my phone, my messages like on the last second. So I was up and ready to go. And then you said, can we do it tomorrow?
I messaged you like an hour or two before the start of the scheduled recording and whatnot.
So like 3 hours before. That's what I just said.
Okay.
You messaged me 3 hours before. I checked it 5 minutes before. So I was up and ready to go. And then you said, and then you said, and then I read the message. So I was happy to go back to bed, is what I'm saying.
Right. Well, it was, it's my foot basically. So here's the thing. You know how I have a broken foot, right? My right foot, I have a fractured fibula and whatnot. Hopefully I'm wearing this boot for the next, I don't know, 3 more weeks, whatever. And then I'm, because of that, I think it's causing an issue with my left foot. Yeah, so now my left foot, I think with too much pressure on it and whatnot, my foot yesterday was swollen like a baby's thigh. It was so swollen.
Your other
ridiculous.
Foot. You mean your left foot?
Correct. My supposed good foot, that it caused some kind of, I don't know, there was some kind of internal blood infection or something because I had all of a sudden a fever yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know when when there's something wrong, you catch you get the chills, you're sweating like hell, you're wrapped up on a fucking like it's winter outside, even though it's 90 degrees outside.
I don't know if it's connected, but I was talking to Tin about something like this a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Something to do with like if your wisdom tooth, let's say above is
Correct.
there, but the one underneath is missing, or something's missing somewhere. It's not symmetrical. Like
Right.
the other side is like, hey, me too. Give me some attention too.
It happens to, but that actually for a lot of people, when you get your wisdom tooth pulled out, you do get sick. It causes some kind of reaction or whatever.
Right, that's because of the surgery. But what I meant was if there's something missing on one side of the body, on the other side, the other side's like doing something wanky also because
yeah.
It's like, where's my partner? So yours is because of the extra pressure that you've been putting on it?
Yeah, I think so. I almost twisted it while we were camping. Okay. My good foot. I almost twisted it. No, I take that back. I twisted my ankle a little bit while we were camping, but it wasn't bad because I was wearing boots. You know what I mean? So it's not like it was like horrible or whatever. And then when we got home the last couple of days, my foot's just been hurting. It's been sore as well, but I think it also has something to do with the old issue that I have with my foot a long time ago. You know, it's like where they're saying it's not gout, but it feels like gout, but it's not gout, you know, because everything is fine. Anyway, towards the afternoon yesterday, mid-afternoon, when I got home from work, all of a sudden I got the chills. My foot was swelling more. It was just hurting. Honestly, it's still a little swollen now, but I don't feel like I'm sick. It's just my foot swollen. So the rest of the day, I've just been laying down on the couch, spread eagle with my foot. just a little visual for you. You know what I mean?
TMI, yeah.
TMI. But I'm glad that
spread eagle is another dirty word, isn't it? Sounds like.
Well, spread eagle, it is a dirty word, but it's kind of like gross because well, I don't know if it's gross. It depends on how you take it or how it looks like. You know what I mean? You could open the door, somebody spread eagle. What does it look like? Is it a good view or is it a yummy view or what? It all depends, right? What do you guys think?
So I just found out the other night, speaking of getting sick, Tin here also like bumped her head. I didn't realize, well, I should have known, but she had like a little fever also after, a little like tiny fever after.
From the head bump?
Like she bumped her head. Yeah. So I was like Googling it, what to do, like fever after dude? Bumping her head. Yeah. So she's fine. Tigas ang ulo.
Hold on, dude. You get a fever or chills or whatever when you bump your head, that usually means a concussion.
I was thinking, as long as she doesn't throw up, she's fine.
That's so messed up. Yeah, she'll be all right. If we need to rush her, we'll rush her. But she'll be all right.
You need a microphone? You know, I don't think she could speak right now.
Oh, hold on. Have her count 1 to 10. See if she doesn't skip anything.
Pinapahiya ako daw siya. I should stop telling her story.
No, it's okay.
Are you okay?
Lang naman mapahiya kahit na konti. It's comedy.
Yeah, tapos nag-chill na ako. Binalutan lang ako ng kumot imbis na bigyan ng gumot.
Wow.
Uy, sandali. Parang bumaliktad yata bigla. Ako yata bigla napapahiya ngayon ah.
At least binigyan ka ng kumot.
Excuse me, miss.
Paano kung binigyan ka ng electric fan?
Naka-electric fan at naka-aircon pa.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Tinanong kita kung may kailangan ka, di ba?
Yeah, pero nag-chill na yung tao, tatanungin mo pa. Hindi na nga ako makaano.
I think I need to pull the microphone away a little further. It's a little too close to her mouth.
All of a sudden, na disconnect.
Yeah. Ito eh. when she was complaining to me yesterday about not giving her any medicine, hindi lang ako nagsalita. I didn't respond or say anything like, "Uy, meron akong binigay." No, hindi. I just didn't say anything. And then now that we bring it, up, like gigil na parang, no, wala ka pa rin binigay ng gamot, oh. Wala ka pa. Like, okay, sumbong mo kay Tulfo.
Can
I can't wear the hat. I'm wearing a headset pala.
Can I jump ship real quick here? I just want to. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so I'm sitting here with my foot and whatnot, and I'm just keeps getting messages on Facebook from my wife while they're out buying more crap.
More crap for your foot?
No. They just. So when we go out with my little daughter, or my daughters, both of them, even though we're supposed to just go for, I don't know, diapers or milk. Sometimes there's toys attached. No, always have to get something. It's ridiculous.
Because you're already out. Just makes sense.
It just don't. So they go right now. So they go to the store right now to buy a pair of shoes for Malaya's homecoming this Saturday. Homecoming dance. For the older girl, the older daughter.
Did she message you and ask, do you need a shoe for your left foot?
It's to even it out. Because I'm always walking like this.
What's your shoe size?
Anyway, now she's sending me a picture of my other daughter where she won't leave the store without the boots that she saw. Whatever.
Oh, I want to be like that. I want to wear boots, just one boot. I just want to wear one boot.
This is real quick. This is the video that I'm looking at right now. I mean, she's sending me this video of my daughter just twirling around.
Yeah.
Nababali.
Too cute. Yeah.
she apparently they walked in the store and she saw those pink shoes and boots and now she won't take it off. Whatever. I mean, if you have another kid, don't have daughters. They're too expensive. Not even kidding. No more daughters. Anyway, what were we saying?
What medicine do you give to someone that has a concussion? Oh, no, because she had a fever. Ano ba dapat binigay ko sa'yo?
I don't know.
Jesse.
I mean, it's got to be something strong.
Sobrang chill na. Lamig na ako.
Right. So you
Kasi
wear a
nangangatog
jacket or a
na.
blanket. You don't necessarily
I
have...
think you got to give some kind of like ibuprofen or something.
Okay.
Is there a specific medication for people that get a slight concussion? If you guys know, message it below. Sorry. Anyway. So yeah, that's my situation right there. Now both my feet are fucked up. I can barely walk. I'm literally wobbling with a cane and a boot. It sucks. Like today, I didn't go to work today because my foot was swollen. When I said that the whole day I was on the couch with my foot up, oh man. I felt better physically. Like I don't feel like a chill. I haven't had a fever. I didn't feel like my temperature was an issue, but it's just my foot today. My good foot, supposedly.
I was thinking about this the other day. About your body. Well, yeah, there's us aging, being old. And
right.
I was kind of thinking that you at this age we should be more familiar with it, and maybe if we would be if we were athletes, but the sort of the balance between like pushing harder, like just discipline yourself, just push through, get your motivation on, your willpower,
push enough,
and then there's but I might hurt myself.
That's the thing though, right? I guess that's the ironic thing about it. Like all this time I've been going to the gym, working your body, trying to get in shape and whatnot, right? And then a little twist of an ankle freaking cracks your bone. See what I'm saying there? It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah. Plus, if you go to the gym, and I'm not saying not to go to the gym, don't you get a little weaker, like maybe your immune system or something like that? Or no, maybe because if you don't sleep properly.
Well, it depends.
something breaks down in your
doesn't
body, right?
recuperate. No, I wouldn't say it breaks down. Your body definitely takes longer to recuperate when you're older. Because with age, everything just slows down. So, although when going to the gym and whatnot, I felt a lot better. Literally, after going to the gym, I feel like shit and crippled for like the first half an hour after the gym, right?
I guess what I meant was maybe pushing too hard in such a way that your muscles are not to the point where you're crawling on your living room, but I guess not. No, only you're really immune compromised if you don't sleep properly. But if you do push the
Sleep's
muscles,
a major factor,
right? Because I'm like over connecting everything, but you do break down like your muscles, but your immune
Right.
system, it's not being damaged unless
Right.
it's only connected to the sleep.
Not necessarily, because as your body gets healthy, everything gets better. Your immune system, your physical.
Long run. I'm just talking about 2-3 days after
I think it's okay. But one of the biggest factors there for our body that our body really needs is rest. If you're going to push your body to the max, you got to make sure, especially now that we're older, that we're giving it enough time to recuperate properly. If that's making sense. I mean, I have to speak from experience in regards to that, since I'm literally 3 years away from being 50. You know what I mean? So
how does that feel?
Shit. I mean, hello. I got broken leg and it feels like crap. Honestly, this is probably the first time that I really, really felt my age, because now I know it's taking a lot longer to recuperate. Although, like I said, while I was still going to the gym before all these incidents, I kind of adapted fairly quickly in regards to knowing my limits and how much recuperation time I need for my body. So that one worked out.
We should rename the podcast to Road to 50.
Becoming 50.
Yeah. And then on, each of our 50th birthday, it's like we're just gone.
Don't say that. Jeez, dude.
No, I mean the podcast just stops.
So we checked out automatically. I don't know about you, but I want to live longer than 50, man.
It's another dirty word. We should write that down. Spread eagle and 50. It's another dirty word.
A while ago. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what were we talking about? Give me a second. My nose is dripping. I need to.
Our body health and whatnot. Well, anyway, we're going to jump ship in regards to that. The lesson learned that now that we're old, it takes time to get better. It takes time to heal. Doesn't happen overnight anymore, just like these freaking 15, 16, 20-year-old kids nowadays. Although I do miss that. Just being able to like sleep for like a day and you're fine. You know what I mean?
That's the thing that I just couldn't connect before. So now it's like workout, do the thing, but yeah, you need like twice the rest.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we just have to.
Yeah,
it's how our body goes. There's nothing we can do about that. Yeah.
So
it'd be nice if we could, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen.
Now what? What's the plan?
Well, we just have to rest, and then learn. Make sure now I know I'm going to be making sure that I don't overexert myself when it comes to my ankles and whatnot, or my feet. Anyway, can we talk about this real quick? I know I just mentioned it a little bit. Homecoming dance. So remember, when we were kids in high school, homecoming dance wasn't as big of a deal as the prom. I don't know if you went to prom.
No,
I went to 2 proms. Okay, and those 2 times that I went, I had a blast, and it was amazing. Okay, that's that. Back then, we're talking. First of all, we're not that old that it was like 1980s when we went to the prom. No, we were talking about the mid 90s. Fair enough, right? So my daughter's a freshman in high school. She's going to the homecoming dance. Again, it's only homecoming dance. Okay. First of all, how tickets could cost $20 now. Okay. It's only 20. I know it's only $20, but in comparison to $3 to $5 back then for a homecoming dance, it's $20 now. That's not the big deal. It's what comes along with it. So you got to buy apparently a very nice brand new dress, shoes, and then you got to go to dinner and then the after party, whatever. So your $20 all of a sudden becomes $200 for a homecoming dance.
Just for the $20 entrance to the dance, what do you get? What do you get for the entrance? I mean, are there drinks inside? Are there is your gym teacher still sitting around watching you?
There's definitely a chaperone sitting around.
Yeah, but do you get entertainment inside? Like, I mean,
no, there's a DJ. There's definitely a DJ. Okay. But and then obviously some of the money I'm assuming is being used to decorate the gym.
That's what I meant. Are there like dinner tables? Do you get to because remember for us,
dinner
they were just they just pushed up the benches and we're just standing around that's what we get for $5.
Well, I mean, you push out the bed. No, they take out some of it so there's a place to sit.
You're right. Yeah. So what do you get for the $20? I mean, is it really just purely inflation, or do they get extra benefits?
No, same thing. Freaking tables out probably not, and then the DJ.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the DJs are more expensive now.
Well, that's true. But still, that's not what. It's annoying that it's $20. But what's annoying is the cost to get there before you're already spending $20 for a ticket.
Right.
But when you get there or before you get there, you're planning to spend for between $85 to $100 worth of a fucking dress. Right. I don't know, $30 to $60 for shoes. And then your makeup, you got to get your nails done. And then you're going to go to dinner before the dance, which I still don't understand.
Right.
These kids nowadays are making all these plans without even thinking, where's the money coming from?
It's the whole industry.
Ask mom and dad.
It's a whole industry. And this happens every year?
Yeah. Every year. School homecoming dance every year.
Right.
It's always been every year, ever since.
Right. So you got freshman, sophomore, then junior, and then you got the prom for senior year.
Well, there's also freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. There's homecoming dance every year because of the games. Sometimes it's twice a year, depending on what sport it is.
No, what I meant was aside from the homecoming dance, plus on top of that, there's the big ass prom.
Correct. Well, there's the junior prom and the senior prom.
So does that double?
I mean,
is it 40?
Well, it depends where it is. I don't know how it is nowadays for junior, senior prom, but when I went, I paid $120 for junior, 140, I think it was for the senior prom, and then $120 for junior prom when I went. But they weren't at school. It's not like nowadays, most proms are at the school. They put nicer decorations. There's food apparently at school that's catered in.
Where is it done now?
No, I mean, my junior prom was at the Embassy Suites in San Francisco. It was awesome. That was my senior prom. Whatever. I can't remember. But it was at a hotel. You know what I mean?
In high school, we were asked, do you guys want to have a prom this year? We could just take a vote. I don't remember what happened and what the other choice was, but I think we didn't. I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was that kind of thing. It wasn't really a big thing for us, for our school. Right. It wasn't a tradition for the school. It's like you could actually choose, each class, I think, could vote. You guys want to have a prom? If you're going to have a prom, you're going to have to spend for it. If you don't, do something else.
Right.
I don't remember what the choice B was, but choice A was to do the prom. I remember we didn't.
I don't think junior proms or senior proms here are voted on. I think it's automatic. But some schools don't have junior proms. A lot of schools only have senior proms. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I don't know
I remember
if
the first time I went to like just like a middle school dance. I was like, do we get extra credit for this? I was like, I didn't get the point. I didn't get that. Like, people are just going to gather together at night, like way past their bedtime, and dance.
What do you mean?
I didn't get the point initially when I found out that there was a dance at school. I was like, oh, great.
Right.
And then you pay $5 and I walk in there and I was like, what's this for? It wasn't, it didn't like register in my mind to do like something social just because you could hang out with your
Right.
colleagues. It was like, what are we doing this for? What is it? What grade? How much percentage does this fall on my grade?
Well, what a nerd.
Exactly. Like, how much does this calculate on my grade point
You
average?
think you're going to get a grade for going to the dance? Jeez.
Bro, I was fresh off the boat. I was literally like, there's a dance? What's that for?
Right. Although my first dance here at Westboro, I was wondering about that too. I don't know if you ever went to your Westboro dance, 8th grade dance. I was a little weirded out by it, to be honest with you, because I've never experienced it before.
That's
in
what
the
I meant.
Philippines.
Exactly.
So at Westboro, I was like, are we supposed to actually? But I got excited after. I think I remembered I was the first one on the dance floor because, being Filipino, I didn't care.
Yeah, it was, like I said, initially awkward. Like, calculations in my head are going like, how much does this go on my grade point average? But yeah,
It's this participation.
but as soon as Danny and those guys started like b-boying, break dancing on it, I was like, all right, I get it.
Okay. But that's fun. Does participation count?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get graded for participation?
No, because the teachers were there, and I'm not even joking. My gym teacher was there. My math teacher was there. It's like, hey guys.
They're called chaperones.
Yeah. But again, the calculations in my head. So how much is it coming out to now?
Chaperones in school dances in the Philippines.
There aren't hardly any dances. So it's $200 calculations. That would be like 4,000 or 5,000 pesos.
Well, no, for the prom here, at least 20 or some odd years ago for me.
Hold on a second. $200, that's like 10,000 pesos, right?
Well, yeah, I think.
More or less. Yeah, geez.
It's more or less. It's 56 pesos right now. Yeah, it's a little bit over 10 grand.
That's a lot of money.
That's like, again, that's school dance ticket for the homecoming, dress. Oh, and apparently every time there's a thing, you gotta have a new dress, whatever.
That's right. That's hence the point saying, it's expensive to have a daughter.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, back then I remember even girls back then in high school for homecoming, it's not like it's super dressed up,
Yeah. Yeah. No, wait, hold on a second. Come to think of it, like who said you had to dress up? Like, did our class?
No, we didn't. I know we didn't. You don't have to dress up for homecoming.
You just wear something decent.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But for the prom is when we dress up, at least back then.
So you're saying now that people are dressing up like it was the prom?
Yeah, it's insane. It's driving me crazy, Well, it's pissing me off.
It's for the
That's
gram.
a whole different story because nowadays too, I'm sorry. It looks all right. It looks cool, I guess, based on fashion, whatever. But if you're going to wear fucking Jordans with a tuxedo, go to hell. I'm sorry.
It's for the gram. That's what they're spending on.
I don't care. There's a way. It looks good. Yes, that's fine. But you know what? If you're going to class it up wearing a tuxedo, Wear proper shoes with your tuxedo.
It's got to look
You
good
don't
on the
need to be
pictures,
walking around on tennis shoes.
photos, video.
Whatever. Go F yourself. If that's just, I saw like what a couple years back, it's all over the internet. These stupid kids wearing a tuxedo to the prom and they're wearing tennis shoes. And there's this one kid that wore Vans. It's not like it's nice Vans or something like that. I mean, come on. It doesn't hurt one night of like glitz and glamour to dress up properly. What is wrong with wearing a nice suit with proper leather belt and your leather shoes? What's wrong with looking nice?
So here you are complaining about the $20 and $200 for everything else that you're spending for. And you're telling people that they can't wear Vans.
You know what? You can, whatever, wear the hell whatever you want. I'm just saying it's not my flavor. It's not my cup of tea. If you're going to wear a suit or a tuxedo, wear the proper shoes with it. Okay. Otherwise, go wear jeans and put on a freaking, I don't know, Abercrombie and shit shirt. Sound like my age. It's horrible. It's what the hell's going on here?
I'll give you this moment. Not even going to say anything.
Thank you for me. I appreciate it. But I'm just saying, it's, come on, Dale. I mean, you people, really? You guys on TikTok, if you got a kid that's going to a prom or whatever, you're spending, I'm sure you don't own your own prom suit or your own tuxedo, right? But if you're spending $100 or $200 on renting a tux, wouldn't you want them to wear nicer shoes instead of walking around with fucking Jordans or tennis shoes with your tuxedo? Really? I'm just saying.
Over here, I feel sorry for well, sometimes they have to ride on a motorcycle or the tricycle. You know, and it's not
flip-flops.
No, and it's not that kind of thing where people walk around here with, let's say, their flip-flops on one hand or their rubber shoes on the bag so that they can change into their heels or to their nice shoes, right? Yeah. Like here, when people dress up, they dress up from the house all the way to where they're going and then back. So it's kind of like,
I mean, isn't it supposed to be like that? When you go out with what you're wearing, you come back with what you're wearing.
Bro, no, what I meant was like, I just feel sorry for the high school kids sometimes that have to all get all dressed up, but they have to ride on the tricycle or a motorcycle. And, you know, it's of course it's no problem, but at the same time, it's like, but those are not walking shoes. You know, they're still going to commute. True. They're still going to like.
I guess it's different.
Yeah, yun nga. That's just what I'm saying. Like when I see that happening here, sometimes I have an appreciation for,
right,
you know, the experiences that I've had, because it's like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be done or what, but I just empathize with those kids that are like, you know, they're already awkward and everything, and then
right,
you know, the shoes are probably not theirs, maybe borrowed from, let's say, their brother or what. But, you know, everybody told them that they have to get dressed, or somebody said that you can't wear your rubber shoes if you're wearing, let's say, your Barong Tagalog. You know, somebody on a podcast somewhere said like, oh, you can't wear Vans because you're wearing your blah, blah, blah.
It's this old guy from Virginia.
So we're thinking, you know, di daw pwede mag-rubber shoes eh. You know, kailangan mag-leather shoes. So I got to wear the leather shoes all the way from the house. I have to walk like 10 miles to the tricycle. And then from the tricycle, I have to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I agree with you. So here's another thing that's bothering me about this whole damn thing.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I apologize.
Cherry on top of that is just how this whole, I don't know if it's blame it on Western culture or what, or just being brainwashed about like how we're supposed to like do it this way. Not to razz on, you know, tradition or what, but the fact that we just have to like do something because that's what everybody else is doing, and so that you're not disrespectful. Like you do it, and then you
I
come
think
home,
that's
and then
key
you
word there.
put it in a box somewhere again, and then don't use. Well,
I think
ideally
you hit
you'll
the
wash
nail,
it.
but you hit the nail on the head right there. With the key word being tradition. Okay.
Mm.
And this is what's bothering me again about this. Okay. So back then, when we go to dances, doesn't matter if it's homecoming, especially homecoming or the prom, actually. Homecoming and the prom is the two big dances of the year. Okay. I don't know about you again, but back then, gotta have a date. That's the whole point, right?
Right.
You gotta share it with a date. You share that moment with that special someone that you
Right.
would like to share that moment with, right?
You're right.
You enjoy it, holding hands. A lot of first kiss happen. A lot of first hand jobs happen.
Yeah.
A lot of first blowjobs.
What? But there's that whole pressure of having that experience.
Right. But that's part of the experience. What makes it better? What makes it good? The thrill of finding a date. But on the flip side of that, nowadays, it's not as important. It seemed, I don't know if it's, I don't know, but maybe it's not that important, but they don't prioritize it that way.
The date.
It's like now it's a thing where you go stag, meaning in a group of friends.
That's cool.
You know, girls or guys, group of guys, group of girls.
That's cool though, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess it's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it.
So we made up for like the social dynamics thing with what we kind of lost or gained with what you need to wear and all the other expenses that go along with it. So before we didn't.
The experience is not there.
We spent $5, but there's the pressure, the social pressure of having to have a date, like who are you going with, who are you going to be asking out, versus now you're stag, but you got to spend $200.
Yeah, for now you spend. Well, that's a difference too. You're spending. I think my point is, it's like there's not enough effort anymore that's being put into finding a date into these dances or even the prom, you know?
Yeah.
The prom isn't like a lot of these group, like female girl group or guy groups just decide, you know what, let's just go. We'll go as guy friends or whatever. And we'll just hang out and then we'll go find girls over there. You know? It's not that there's anything wrong with it, okay? Again, don't shoot the guy here, but I don't find anything wrong with that. It's fine if you want to go with a group of friends who are girls or with friends who are boys or whatever, or mixed. But my point is, the whole part of this experience is to actually go with a date.
Not really.
You know what I mean?
I don't agree with that.
Tradition-wise, it's always been like that. The thrill of having a date, you walking in there with
I think it's the thrill of just hanging out with your friends, dancing, making a fool of yourselves way past your bedtime. I think that's just the whole point. There's nothing about having a date.
That's another part of that. Nowadays, if the dance or the prom is 3 hours long, you spend the first hour and a half the time, just chit-chatting and just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody dancing. I hope it changes now, but for the most part, the last couple of years, from what I've seen and what I hear, you know, a lot of the tradition has been about the going to the prom or going to homecoming has been just crumpled up and put in the trash. You know what I mean? What happened to like going
crumpled up and thrown in the trash?
To
the tradition?
Yeah. Like I said, part of it is going to find a date and then going to pick up that date at her house or his house or at her house. And then taking a million pictures, you know, and then you do your typical thing, whatever, the parents, whatever. And then you just go have fun. But now it's there. So it's also the other thing that irks me about the prom nowadays, the parents go overboard.
In what way?
Some parents will host a pre-prom party for all the kids to gather, right? Meet up there so that they can spend an hour or two before the actual prom to just eat and take pictures and whatever. I don't get it. The parents are making it about themselves or they're inserting themselves way too much into this.
Like too much of an interactive activity.
Yeah, and meet the date and then take pictures and then that's it. You don't need to host a whole shebang and then worry about food or preparing this and that. Come on, man. Calm down. You don't need to. Our time in regards to this has already passed. It's already gone. We don't need to vicariously live those memories again through our kids. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Too much.
No, I'm just thinking like the whole dynamics of, everything being online and how that's going to be shared online. Like I remember like back in the days, if something happened, if there was a date, no date or what, it's like maybe people talk about it and it sort of dies down. And now it's kind of like, if you really, you could like scroll, you could back read like memories.
That's the thing too. Instead of enjoying the damn dance, you're like, posting, Instagram. It's either nowadays it's either instant gratification or instant embarrassment.
Oh, puso mo.
I'm just.
Should we?
Blood pressure. Did I take?
You
my
need to
blood
check your
pressure meds
BP
today?
right now. How about right now?
I'm good.
Like you should have like one
good.
of those arm. What else you got going on there? I think we should move on from that topic. It's
let's move on. A little bit too much. My blood pressure meds is in the kitchen, and my whatever is upstairs. Real quick. So on September 13th, Kyle Jennerman, better known as Kulas, becoming Filipino, finally took oath and is now, as of September 13th, 2023, an actual Filipino citizen.
Not dual. Is that different from being dual citizen?
Well,
I
think there's a grace period you need to apply, or I think maybe there's no grace period. I think once you take citizenship to another country, you can always apply for dual citizenship, and there's nothing wrong with that.
When you do that, it doesn't mean you renounce the one that you came from, though, right? No such thing, I guess. I mean, it's not like you're pledging allegiance to North Korea or something. But
I think there is, because I pledged allegiance to the United States of America when I became a citizen. So if need comes to be, I think I denounced my citizenship currently in the Philippines. I think that's how it works. That's why I have to apply for dual citizenship. Does that make sense? Because like now, does that work the same way for naturally born Filipinos in the Philippines? I'm not sure. You know how like in the US, if you're born in the US or any kind of US territories, you're able to run for president. But if you're not, you can't. Does that make sense? I wonder if that's kind of like the same thing in the Philippines, where I was born in the Philippines, but now that I'm a US citizen, do I still have to abide, or worst comes to worst, do I kind of pledge my complete allegiance to, I don't know. That's weird. That's a good question, huh, guys?
Like, can you imagine, like he just came up with like a hashtag becoming Filipino. And then like a few years later, he becomes Filipino. Like, right. I'm sure he didn't have that planned.
No, I don't think it was. Actually, that was one of the topics of his recent post. Like, is the name of his channel becoming Filipino going to change? And he made it clear that it's not, which he made a good point. just because he became a Filipino citizen that he's already Filipino. Hello, daughters. That's so cute. That's so cute. Come here. Come. Yeah. Show me later. Say hi. Hi. Look at his shoes.
Ah!
Look at her boots.
Cutie.
Okay, go away. Cowboy boots. Okay, go away. It's my kids, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes people
Is that how
ask,
you talk to your daughter, showing you her new boots, and you're like, "Go away." Yeah, new shoes,
listen,
new boots. Go away.
she's a 3-year-old kid, but you can talk to her like an adult, and she understands the meaning of sarcasm. Anyway, what were you saying? I apologize.
No, you were saying. I
Kulas,
forget.
yes.
Yeah.
So just because he's now a Filipino citizen doesn't mean he's already Filipino. He actually put it well. It's just the beginning. You know what I mean? And I agree with him. Sometimes it could take a lifetime to be Filipino, to understand the Filipino culture. He's definitely grasped the idea, but I don't think he's there yet. Although he's been to more Filipino places in the Philippines than most Filipinos have.
Crazy, right?
Right? You've been there, what? More than half your life, and all you've been to is what? Baguio? Just kidding.
Cebu, Baguio, Manila.
The standard.
And then it's funny though, because the thing that I complain about is like, if I go to one place, I mean, unless I really take pictures of the landmarks of the area,
right?
You could hardly tell where you are, like which province you're at. Like, is that Bulacan, or is that like, are you in I don't know. It's not such a big difference. I mean, I'm kind of saying that sarcastically or kidding aside.
Right.
I mean, kidding wise, but yeah, culturally wise, like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's the same thing in every state. They have their own sort of accent. They have their own sort of subculture that's going on.
Yeah.
But speaking of culture, real quick though, I've been like nosing around this. There's this streamer. Like, are you familiar with live streamers? Like people that actually have a camera on their face live while they're walking around the whole day.
Yeah, but I don't follow a lot of them. I don't actually think I follow any of them because I haven't found one that's interesting enough, and I don't know where to watch it most of the time.
And of course, they're long. They're like long hours of streaming. Like you're actually hanging out with these people for a long time, not just
right
10, 15, 20 minutes, not even just an hour. It's like the whole day. Anyway, there's someone that's doing this IRL, anyway, real life streamer in Japan that's been really obnoxious. I think he's American, but yeah, he's doing like crazy things, like throwing Hiroshima jokes, Nagasaki jokes, atomic bomb kind of thing jokes, like on the street, like practically, I don't know, I guess the word is racist or just really disrespectful to the culture that's happening there. And he's getting, finally somebody stood up and punched him in the face during a stream.
That's awesome. Who's this guy? I want to see it.
I don't think it's even worth mentioning his name. I really don't remember, but I don't want to give attention to it. But there's the one that I found interesting was he ran into a girl who was also a streamer, a Japanese streamer this time. And, because of their interaction together, she ended up like crying on the stream kind of things, pretty dramatic stuff. But again, a lot of people hating on this guy, but he's got like millions and millions of followers. So really,
they probably added more because of what had happened.
Really poor behavior.
Right.
But still got a lot of followers. But the whole point is that he's doing that in a country that he's not a citizen of, or he's not even born and raised there, I think. And so one of the commenters that I was watching is like, what's it going to be like when he goes back when he goes back home?
Right.
But
right.
basically, yeah, and it was funny because it was another foreigner that he was sort of having an interaction with on the street.
Right. Right.
So binabastos niya yung isang a foreigner finally came up to him and punched him in the face.
Oh God. He probably deserved it.
So yeah, it's just a disgusting kind of behavior to see something like that. But yeah, going back to Colas, what an interesting
regarding
thing.
what you said real quick, if you could find out what that streamer was, I'd like to take a look at it. Send me the link, okay?
Yeah, I really don't remember his name, but I can go through my video history.
But yes, congratulations to Kyle Kulas Jennerman, better known as Becoming Filipino. As of September 13th, 2023, he is a proud citizen of the Philippines. Congratulations.
So he can now buy land. He can own his own like local business. Is that the advantages of that's cool though?
Does that mean he has to pay taxes now over there?
Probably, maybe.
Right. Probably the case in that one. Anywho,
what else you got?
So, as of yesterday, I don't know what's going on in the Philippines, but there are 2 volcanoes that are simultaneously active. It's kind of scary, dude. Are you ready for what's going on?
It's what do you call this? It's been hazy here the past couple of days.
But that's because of the Taal volcano spurring out sulfur dioxide, I think.
Yeah.
Which is obviously bad for the human body.
Right. Yeah, that's what Tim was saying. Yeah. Because for me, I was like, oh, I like the weather. It's nice and hazy. It's not so hot.
Right.
Yeah, but akala namin dito
smog.
Smog pala. Yung parang wala ka nang makita.
It looked like fog though. It looked like fog.
Well, yeah, because it's.
Pero sa Metro Manila, zero
visibility.
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, kasi nahirapan yung mga sasakyan.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Manila mismo.
Well, it's pretty bad apparently. Taal volcano. It's been spewing high sulfur dioxide.
Yeah, nag-alert na rin sa text na wag daw maglalabas muna ng bahay.
Right. I think they issued that today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that as well, there's been like a lot of people that are just getting sick already.
Yeah.
So now are they trying to evacuate? I don't know. That's crazy. But on the other side of town, well, not really the other side of town, Bulusan volcano.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's been some seismic action or eruption that's been going on as well, where apparently the last 2 days there's been over 22 recorded volcano tectonic earthquakes around that area. So that damn thing is waking up as well. That's scary, dude. I mean, they're not that far from each other to begin with. I mean, they're far, but physically they're just basically next to each other.
Yeah. They're that's in Sorsogon. I've been there actually. Really nice, clean air, clean textbook idea of what province in the Philippines should look like, I think. Really clean. And you know what's interesting with the area of Bulusan volcano? They have hot and cold spring. I don't know if there's hot, but so there's springs there.
Yeah.
That are like
that's
really
due to the volcanic levels around there though.
Clear water.
Yeah.
Galing. And then you come in like entrance like 5 pesos, 10 pesos.
Right.
And it's really clean. So they've
and it's natural.
They've maintained it and
it's beautiful, but at the same time now it's got to be scary as hell. I mean, over 20 activities like that, tectonic earthquake activities in the last 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever.
Mm.
Oh, and then besides that, I mean, I can't even imagine both of them going off at the same time. That's
Right.
scary, dude. That's going to cause some major, major problems in the Philippines.
It's a
It's going to
possibility.
affect,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's going to affect the economic structure of what's going on right now. You know,
Yeah.
prices are going to go up or go down. I don't think it's going to go down. It's probably going to go up, and then houses are going to run out of electricity, running water.
It's
so forth and
crazy
so forth.
how something like that, blows up, goes up in the air. It's interesting how it affects like the weather in that area.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah.
when one of those volcanoes erupted? Not even Pinatubo. It was just Taal, for example. When that happened, it like started raining, and you know, crazy how that little activity in that area affects the weather. Like it's not
Now,
every day that you hear something affects the weather.
we can't speak
Sure.
for everybody in regards to this, right? But for you, I ask you and your household, since you're in the Philippines,
Mm.
do you have some kind of preparation plans for something like this, or
Evacuation plan? No, close the
not
window.
not necessarily evacuation plans, but preparation, like just in case food prices goes up or water is not running, because it's going to get affected no matter what.
None.
Are you buying cases of water? Are you stocking up your fridge, yada yada yada, or your freezer? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, we have.
Contingency plan. That's a good. There you go. Like you
Right.
should have like a crap load of pancit canton and sardines.
Well, yeah, which reminds me, we were running out actually. Pancit Canton. I was craving for some last night. No, yeah, as far as water is concerned, like those water dispenser bottles that we got.
Yeah.
We don't take those one by one. We get like a whole 4 or 5 bottles, and stack them
Right,
up
right.
somewhere. So I think we got that one covered. As far as food's concerned,
Yeah.
we'll wait until people at the talipapa start running around. I mean, it's like literally no, but as far as immediate concern, it's really just closing the window right now. There's nothing really that you can do. I mean, where would you go?
Well, you don't need to go anywhere, but you could properly prepare yourself to something like that, because now that you actually, if it was just here, I guess this is me, my old age thinking here. If I were you, I'd stock up on some food, like canned goods and pancit cantons and cup of noodles or all that stuff. And I'd buy my ass cases of water. Because even though you have filtered bottles and whatnot, that's going to be sustainable enough.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I mean?
right. Yeah, that's right. But again, first things first is, can you close the windows?
All you need, if that's not the issue, dear, I mean, all you got to do is buy some plastic tarps and some duct tape. Boom, you're good to go. At least that would help your vents area a little bit. You know what I mean? Because that's what I would do.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's scary. It's definitely scary, especially when there's two simultaneously active right now. And granted, it's not as close to you, but it's at the affected area still.
The way I see it, though, I mean, if these two guys are connected to each other in some way, and they have all this pressure building up, and there's seismic activity, in my mind, it's better that it's like sort of having seismic activity. And like, of course, I'm not a volcanologist. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about, but it's so much better that it's just erupting, doing that kind of thing. At least it's releasing all that pressure versus like just all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
Like no warning. And both of them actually blow up without without any
Right.
warning. But the way
Right,
I see it now, that there's this kind of warning thing that's going on. It's at least it's releasing
the
all
warning's
that.
there, so take the time and take advantage of the time that you
Yeah.
have. At least prepare a little bit. I just don't want to all of a sudden hear from you and like, dude, this is what's going on. Yada yada yada. You know what I mean?
I think a bigger concern is like who's paying for the internet next month. Like my dad and I were having that conversation a couple of days ago. It's like, hey, like who's anyway? But yeah, hopefully it's not. Yeah, we'll look into it. But again, it's funny though, because I haven't been following the news or anything like that. I literally just found out last night that this is all like haze and fog or smog from that volcanic activity.
The reason I brought up this whole contingency plan is I started going, once I found out about these activities that's going on. I mean, honestly, people on YouTube in the Philippines, some people in the Philippines are taking the time now. But I mean, these are like, it's kind of good to hear.
Wala na tayo.
Like there's this one family, right, who lives in what's this? I guess the back part of San Juan, where they're not in like
Batangas.
It's in San Juan. They live in San Juan. There's a couple of families that live in this apartment complex where they're like like a couple of houses that are connected together, and they're all working together, piling up. They're buying bottled waters, meaning they have those filtered waters as well, bottles as well. But they also bought cases of water that they bought at this place that looks like a Walmart or a Costco in the Philippines, but it's not Costco.
SNR. Where'd you see that?
I saw it on YouTube.
Like a vlog?
It's news. I don't know if it's a vlog or news. I'll send you the link later. But I just typed in like, are people preparing for this or whatever? And they're they're like, they're like saying some of our friends are laughing at us, they're getting too worried. But they just said that they just don't want to get into that point where it's last minute, which makes sense, And he did the same thing. They bought like crap load of cans of sardines and some like that pancit canton, like I said.
Delata.
Yeah, and a lot of ramens that they bought.
Water.
Kasi not all of them have refrigerators.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like three apartments next to each other, condos, townhouses, and they all pitched in a certain amount, and then they split evenly what they bought. And then they stored it wherever they would store it and locked it up inside their house.
Yeah,
for just in case purposes ba.
Yeah.
Kasi ang sabi nila when not pinatubo, there was like that one period where there was a storm. They couldn't go out because of COVID. I'm sorry. It was during COVID, They weren't prepared at all. They ran out of water. They didn't have those filtered bottles. They didn't have food. It was hard for them. They had a really hard time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. At least there's people out there that's actually taking advantage of what's going on and, preparing a little bit. Anyway. Makes sense.
Noted, sir.
What about you? Anything? What you got?
That's it. What else? Oh, a curious question, but yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What'd you say?
Speaking of high school a while ago, the prom and everything.
Yeah.
Little that you knew of me back in high school. I never actually asked you this before. Are you surprised at like where I'm at now, like in terms of, I mean, when
a little bit,
maybe the question is, do you remember me the way I was? And then like, you know what I mean?
So yeah, no. Are we getting real here?
No, it was just a question. We could talk about this some other time, but it was one of those things that I realized that we didn't
minutes.
really.
We got 15 minutes.
Let's
talk about this. So the way you are now, personally, with your personality,
because I'm like trying to remember like how I was. Like for me, it's the same, right? But I don't know people's perceptions or what. But I kind of feel like back in high school, I was a little more sort of myself. And then now that I got older, there's a lot of like stuff piled up on top of it kind of thing. That's just my 2 cents. But what were you saying?
No. Honestly, to me, you were like personality wise
Mm,
and even mannerisms and how you are,
mm,
you look the same. And you even your looks is the same. You're the same person.
creepy.
But you're a bit more cynical. And you're a bit more judgmental, to be quite honest with you, in comparison to how we've known each other in high school.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's what I
Back
meant when I
then-
said that that I was a little bit more myself. Because right now, maybe on top of that, being cynical and everything.
before you were so open-minded in accepting people's opinions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were, honestly. You know how you know what that I
That was,
remember this distinctively. We were filming a video and it was me, you, Anthony, Ryan, Toussaint, and some other, there's like 2 other guys. It's like 7 of us. We were filming a news
Mm,
whatever
mm,
video.
mm, mm,
So we were doing the news in my garage.
mm.
You were actually not in our class, but you were the ones helping us videoing everything, right?
Mhm.
So the way you all of a sudden kind of connected and clicked with these people that you didn't really know, it was kind of cool, watching it. You were very more accepting,
Okay.
Yeah.
Versatile.
Now you're a bit more like, what the fuck, bro? The hell you think you are? You're a bit more judgmental and cynical,
Got it.
Uh,
Heard you the first time.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You are who you are. It's not like you're a complete jerk.
Yeah, that's good to know.
But yes,
me-
everybody gets a bit more reserved as we get older.
For me, I was just surprised about, well, not really surprised, but it was nice to hear about your, sleeping on the train kind of stories, but that's all good.
I mean, come on, man.
No, I'm not
Really?
bringing that up to make fun of you or to anything negative about it. It's just to like, when we were kids, we were like, living the life kind of thing, no problems. And then it's nice to hear a story about you like that. And then you came out the other end still the Jason that I knew. It's a good
the
thing.
Noel that I know, the Noel that I know seems like went through a timeline of up and then, so you're at the level, even level. You went up and then you went back to the even level,
Okay.
It's good. Now it seems like you're in the you're in the even level.
Okay.
You went up and then went down to back to the even level. In my case, I was at the even level. I went up, but I went down below the even level, like down. Went up to the even, went up a little, and then down again, and then mine was like an actual heartbeat. Yours was like a little bump and then stable.
Yeah, well, with your analogy kind of thing, for me, it was like I was going straight and then somebody stood in front of me. I had to like sort of go around it and then move forward. But talk about that another time. But I was just trying to like go. I guess this is like my long-winded roundabout kind of way that I appreciate that, having you connected in my life in such a way that like, that person that I was back when I was a teenager, which
you're still that person now, literally just older,
has that actually that somebody that I can actually vouch for it. You know what I mean? Because like if I talk about it with someone and I say, hey, you know what? When I used to go to the dance, it's like,
no,
anybody
they didn't know you.
Anybody could think that I could just be making that up. But if you ask Jason, he can actually vouch for it, kind of thing.
You're literally almost the same person as the one that I knew in our early teens.
Mm-mm.
I could clearly and vouch for it towards you and say that about you. I don't think you can say that, or most people can say that about me, because I'm not the same person that I was back then. You know what I mean? I can personally say that. I'm still a jerk, but I'm a nicer jerk. That's it. You know,
That's why we get along.
that's just that's a horrible way of putting it, man. Anyway, whatever.
You got a couple of more things on your list. Let's go through those. Lightning
No,
round,
that's
baby.
it. I just have like stupid. I was thinking about stupid jokes.
And then I was also thinking, and we do this podcast like an hour, like 2 hours a week. It's like, how can we stand each other? I was just like being.
Is that enough time? That's not enough time.
I guess I was just being grateful for the experience. So it's what I'm saying. Both, you know, the podcast, being able to talk about it, and at the same time to have that sort of like,
dude,
somebody to talk to.
I'm going to tell you something right now. All right,
that we can complain about stuff together.
We're going to look at TikTok right now, guys. For those 8 or 9 people that's been there since we started the show, thank you very much. I mean, we're about to end our show, but you guys practically watched since the start. And that's kind of cool to us. I'm pretty excited about it. So thank you. Hit the like button. If you can go to YouTube at the FlipSide with Jay&Noel, subscribe there, please. We would really, really appreciate it.
I'm tearing up right now.
I know. That's kind of exciting. Also, our next recording is on Sunday. Oh, no. Yeah. Well, that's Sunday night.
Sunday night your time, Monday morning my time.
I'm in the US. That's Monday morning in the Philippines. Anyway, dad jokes. I got a dad joke.
Hold on, that was kind of a douchebaggy thing to do. You're saying thank you, but subscribe. It's like they've already given you so much of their time, and now you're going to ask them to subscribe.
I'm just asking. What is wrong with asking? How is that being a douchebag?
Let them go.
I'm sorry. No, I am grateful. Thank you very much. And now you're making me look like a douchebag. Jesus.
That's what I mean. Just say thank you. Don't have to ask for their money or their subscription.
I'm not asking for money, but if you could maybe dabble over to youtube.com.
If they've been here hanging out, maybe if they're consistently with us for maybe a month, then maybe you want to ask for a little subscription. But if they're hanging out with us for the first time, it's just say thank you and go away.
Okay. I actually was okay. I looked and sounded pretty decent until the part where you said you're acting like a douchebag. You made me look like a douchebag. I don't get it.
It's kind of like asking
Some
a girl.
People say that we sound like old couple that's just fighting all the time.
You're asking a girl to the prom, and but can you wear the red heels that you wore like in math class the other day?
That's completely different. That's not the same.
I like the white polo that you wore. Can we wear white for the prom? It's like you're telling her what to wear. She's already said yes to go to the prom with you.
You made me. You made me spit on my mic and it ricocheted back into my nose. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I don't have time for these dad jokes anymore. We got 5 minutes left. Although, can I do a couple? It's kind of
That's funny. A lot of time. How long is he going to tell you a joke?
Okay.
It's like 5 minutes.
No, I'm just, you know what? Whatever. I mean, you know what? Who cares? Nobody listens to me anyway.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Yeah.
See, that's it.
So
move on.
So what does a Filipino horse sound like when they're running? What does a Filipino horse sound like when they're running? Get it? Naf?
No.
Tagalog.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming.
I got one more. Okay. Ready? What is James Bond's favorite Filipino food?
Wow. You got this Filipino thing going on with your dad jokes.
What is James Bond's favorite Filipino food? You ready?
What is James Bond's Filipino food?
Favorite Filipino food.
James Bond's favorite Filipino
James
food
Bond's favorite Filipino food.
is
It's ding ding.
Wow, I know that.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, man. Ding 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 ding. Come on, that was listen, those were two good jokes, okay? I'm sorry. Okay.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Why?
Ground beef.
Oh, shut the hell up. It's just okay. When you ask a Filipino, use the name Paul 5 times in a sentence.
Paul.
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 Like Paul. Paul.
Use the name Paul in in a sentence?
No, 5 times in a sentence.
Use the name
When
Paul 5 times in a sentence.
Correct.
Did? Can't think
Ready?
of one.
Paul, be careful because you might fall in the swimming pool.
That's so funny.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
A deer with no eyes. What?
No idea.
Oh, jeez. What do you get when you lose your Kia car?
What do you get when you lose your Kia car?
Mm-hmm. You get a cell phone. It's Nokia.
Ayos.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
What do you call a belt with a clock on it?
What?
A waste of time.
Hold on. How many Filipinos can you fit on a jeepney?
16.
8. Depends on how long the jeepney is.
I actually don't get the joke itself. It said the answer is one more. Huh?
There's always room for one more. Yeah, because like, okay, siksik na kayo lahat dito, di ba? And then some,
one more. Okay,
isa pa, para makaalis na. Isa pa.
Okay.
Oh, usod. Like, ano yung sinasabi nila?
Kaya pa yan. Siksik pa.
Yeah, and like they don't even take into account like the size of the people that are sitting in there. It's like somebody decided that people can sit 8 here on one side and then 8 here on one side. Like even if there's a really, overweight person on one side.
Okay. All right.
You could still squeeze 8 people in there.
Why are a lot of Filipino women single?
Bakit daw? Single ang mga babae na Pinay?
Because they don't have Wi-Fi.
What?
They don't have Wi-Fi, so they can't go to online dating.
Right.
Oh. Ang mga nasa ano lang yun, nasa bundok.
Is it a plus? Can you imagine if we were in high school, and we're probably wrapping up now, right? If we were in high school, we have like a selected, people that we can be interested in, so to speak. Right. But can you imagine having the access to like dating apps where you have access to like thousands of choices of people that you could. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's like imagine going to a McDonald's and then their menu is like 10 pages long.
Okay.
I'd be there for an whole hour to try to figure out what to eat.
Yeah, probably me too.
I mean, the
sucks.
stress, the like so many choices to choose from. I'd be like,
What is the scariest plant in the forest?
the scariest plant in the forest.
Yes.
It sounds so wholesome. I can't think of anything.
It's bamboo. Okay. No. Don't get it, bamboo. Boo.
I don't know what's funnier. The joke, which was pretty good. I like the delivery and everything. But the fact that you try to explain it afterwards, I think is. I think that's a good place to end this, man. Don't like just one more. Redeem yourself, but don't explain it afterwards.
So, why do we call a priest father?
Why do we call a priest father? Say it.
Because it's gonna sound really bad if you call your priest daddy.
Quack, 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 quack. I can imagine you laughing at these dad jokes in your living room with your boot on, spread eagle, laughing by yourself. That's bad.
Come on. That's pretty funny though. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Come on. Okay. What do you call a Filipino pilot?
You realize
what do you call two Filipino pilots?
We have 5 minutes left. This is like painful last 5 minutes of the show, right?
Okay. You know what? Go. What do you call two Filipino pilots?
Two Filipino pilots.
Yeah.
Together in an airplane?
A pair of pliers. Never mind. I'm out. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. You guys, you suck. That was funny, no?
Are you familiar with the Wim Hof method of breathing?
No. Yeah, that's what I sound like when I'm laughing.
No, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm holding my breath.
So hopefully you'd pass out and take you out of this misery. Anyway, I think, do you have anything? No, nothing. No.
So here in the Philippines, we ride the bicycle a lot.
Right.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Why?
Because it was too tired.
All right, dude. I'm stupid. That was so stupid.
Why did the scarecrow win an award?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in the field.
So my boss told me to have a good day at work. So I didn't go to work. To have a good day, I didn't go to work. Come on, man. You're too slow.
It goes back to me being cynical, I guess. It's like I'm calculating in my head, like, yeah, right. The boss is not going to say.
Right. Anyway.
Hey.
Okay. I think we're good for today. So
that's a good one.
Thanks guys for tuning in. It was a good one. Episode 79 down the drain. Again, thank you in TikTok world. Thank you for Christine again for logging in.
Hey, you're doing an extra now. A while ago, you didn't do an intro, which was strange. It kind of caught me off guard.
This again
started recording.
I mean, if you've seen the last couple of episodes, I haven't even dropped an intro in those episodes. Jesus Christ. You're producing this work. At least watch a couple of them once in a while.
Yeah, no,
it'd be nice.
What I'm saying, what comes out when you edit it out, when you cut it out, is different from like when you're actually talking to me and we like, oh, we're recording. Oh, we're starting now. Like I'm not complaining about it. Just saying that.
I mean, it sure sounds like you're complaining about it.
I wasn't.
I mean, honestly, my blood pressure is boiling right now.
It's such a new thing. I'm just saying. It's keeping me up on my toes. It's a good thing.
You know what? Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay&Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
We'll catch you guys later.
On the flip side.
Bye-bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Two guys from two worlds. This is the Flip Side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay&Noel.